Mm. Wanda reconnect us, reconnecting us to God, to ourselves, back to the community. Hey fam. Okay. So I have a question to propose to anybody that's willing to put a comment on this video. So okay, let me just try to kind of put it out there. Okay. So something that I have been learning in my life is that whenever we try to move forward, right, we're going to be met with obstacles and, all kinds of stuff is going to come at us. Especially when we're moving in a direction that God has set before us. Okay? And when we are met with opposition to moving forward to where we're supposed to be, and as God begins to transform our lives, there's some deep stuff that happens. Okay? Like, for example, spiritual warfare. And like for so long, I have been operating from my natural senses. Smell, touch, hear, feel, taste. Like those are my natural senses. And for so long, I have allowed my natural senses to dictate my life. Right? But here's the question. What do you do when you're met with discouragement? Right? What, what, like, see, this is the stuff that a lot of people really don't want to share. And it doesn't matter whether it's online or to other individuals. Because when I begin to reveal my weakness, I know I'm opening myself up for a later attack. Like, and I know the devil is not omnipresent. He can't be all places at all times. So, a lot of the stuff that I'm going through, I can't blame it on the devil. But I can blame it on my stinking thinking. Right? So, you know, this is a vision that God had gave me back when I was in my 20s. Reconnect us. It was reconnect and it's reconnect us. And it appears that every time I go to move forward and what he said in front of me, I get in my own way. I get in my own way. And then with me getting in my own way, I get the efforts. Oh, forget this. Right? And what's so deep about this thing is it's reconnect us. So the reconnection is a prayer. So how can I begin to minister to whoever God brings in my life about being reconnected if I'm not living it? Like, lately, I have found that it is so easy for me to cut a mother jucker off. Cut them off. Right? But then it's kind of like hypocritical. So you're starting something that God gave you to be reconnected to God, to yourself, back to the community, but you're disconnected from almost every relationship that is in your life. So I get discouraged. I get discouraged, and I say, like, why try? Why try? It's too much. It's too much. It's easier for me to sit back and do nothing, or to tell people what they should be doing, and I don't live it. I'm freaking discouraged. I'm discouraged. And there's certain ways that you can combat discouragement, right? But just like I was saying to you in the previous message, like it's like having tools in a box. This ain't a box, but I'm getting ready to do some artwork. But so in my toolbox, I have scissors. So I use these scissors as a tool when I need something specific. So I go in my toolbox and I grab my handy dandy scissors and I use that tool to help me to get where I need to go. Right? But fam, I don't remember anywhere in the Word of God that He said this journey that we're on is going to be super easy. Right? Like, I don't remember seeing it. The battle was fierce. And I talk a lot about battles and warfare because my start, I was always a fighter. 56 now. I don't fight with my hands. I got to fight with prayer. I got to fight with the Word of God because that's my weapon. But right now, fam, like I'm tired of people. You know, in order for me to move forward, I got to be honest. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of misunderstandings. I'm tired of lies and deception. I'm tired of thinking that I have someone on my side when it turns out I really don't. Like, it's so easy to cut people off. But in my heart of hearts, I know that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just right now, like, I'm discouraged. People will let us down. So I'm looking to see if anybody is brave enough to be open and tell me, how do you deal with your discouragement? So right now what I'm doing to kind of help me not give up on the vision. This is what I hear. Nobody cares. People don't want your lived experience, Wanda. People want degrees. They want to know that somebody had went to school and got educated to deal with certain things. Like, that's not my story. You know? Like, I realize, right? Or I'm beginning to realize. Like, people don't want to hear. They would rather, you know, look at pictures at, like, this is not my twist. Like, this ain't my twist. Like, I don't finger through Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a Twitter account. I don't have an Instagram account. Like, I don't have that. And the only reason why I really went on Facebook is to be connected with people that I lost connection with, right? But then in the end, like, my head is saying to me, people don't care, Wanda. Like, they got their own stuff to deal with. Like, they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to, like, people don't want to be involved. Like, right now, right, fam, the internet is bombarded with all kinds of junk. People are degrading themselves, right? To get likes so they can get a commercial. I mean, whatever they doing it. Like, yo, Wanda, it's not my story. But my story, right, just seems so weak and insignificant. Like, nobody freaking cares. Like, they got their own stuff to deal with. They got their own pain. They got their own obstacles. They have their own trash that they got to deal with. Like, nobody wants to hear the truth. Or they don't even want to see you get into the truth. You know? So, like, I say, Lord, I don't want to go online just talking about stuff. Like, I want to be able to walk through it with someone. I think about Aaron and Moses. And when they was in battle, right? Aaron had to step in and help his brother. As long as they kept Moses' hands up in the air, they had the victory. Like, Moses couldn't do it alone. Like we can't do this thing alone, but it's so easy. It's so easy. You know, it's so easy to just cut people off. It's so easy to just stay in my room and say, "Up, everybody." I don't want to be bothered, but that's the life I lived for so many years. I don't want that anymore. But discouragement is real. It's real. So, I'm going to show you one of the things that I'm doing to try to help me when I'm discouraged. Like, this may not be your thing. So, I went on YouTube, and this is a barn of, it's yarn. Right? It's yarn. So, what the lady did is she took the yarn, right? She dipped the yarn in glue and water. And she had a balloon. So inside the balloon, so you take the balloon, right, and you dip the yarn inside of the glue and water. And then you take the yarn and you just wrap it around the balloon. Right? Just keep wrapping it around the balloon. So when you're done and it dries, you can pop the balloon and then you have this. Now, this is hard as hell, right? But then what you do with this is you insert LED lights. You cut it in half, right? You cut it in half. Like, I'm doing that right now, okay? So, once it gets hard, it becomes like a hard shell, right? Now, what I was saying is that this may not be your twist. Like, you might not be into art. You might be into designing clothes, or you might be into writing poetry, or you might be into, whatever, right? But when we are discouraged, when we feel like, what's the use? Right? Nobody cares. Okay. Now, I took that and I cut it in half. Right? Damn. Like a little koofy. Okay? So once I cut it in half, I messed that up. But then I take my boards and I decorate the board, and then I put these all around. And they light up. Looks real cool. Right? So, that's what I do for myself to kind of combat discouragement. Right? I try to do something positive. Right? I try to do something that is good. Right? Because it's so easy for me to get in my car and just do something wrong. Like, that's easy. You know what I mean? That's easy. You know what I mean? To do something so I can feel good. Instant gratification kind of thing going on. It's so easy because I did it all my life. But, right, I haven't walked in the realm of doing the right thing for the right reasons when nobody's around. I think they call that integrity. So, what do you do? What do you do when you feel like you done tried everything? What do you do when you feel like, what's the use? Most people, hearts have grown cold. What do you do? What do you do when you reach out to somebody and they kind of say, I don't know what to say. You're on your own. Can we be like Aaron? When in a battle, we hold our sister's arm up and say, come on, as long as we are doing this together, we got the victory. Believe that? Believe that? Because everything in this world is saying, you don't need nobody. You don't need nobody. But that's a lie. And I just don't want anybody in my life. Because having anybody in your life can be more detrimental than you be by yourself. I just need to know. Somebody be courage. Get some courage and tell me, how do you combat discouragement? I know some people going to say, yeah, I read my word, I pray, right? Reading your word and praying is an action. But what does your word tell you to do? What does prayer tell you to do? Because reading is only one part. Then you got to take an action. See, faith without works is dead. So what do you do? What do you do? See, because it's easy for us to say what somebody else should do. You do it. Anyway, right? I'm almost ready for the rap, right? I had to put that out there because I'm just like saying, fuck it. I don't want to be bothered. Stay in my room. Hey, ain't nobody gonna miss me. I ain't that important. But I made this video because I believe. And I got to hold on. When I feel like I can't hold on no longer, I got to believe that there's a purpose for our lives. Reconnect us. Reconnecting us to God, to ourselves, back to the community after we have disconnected. Peace, blessings, and prosperity. Stay tuned.